This begins a tale of COVID likened to a bird caged with little to do. On the 15th of January, we received a message on our international student group indicating that there was going to be a lockdown of students due to the rise of a virus called COVID-19. Strange as it sounded to some of us, we thought it was going to be normal. But the normal changed to abnormal on the 1st of February, where it was officially announced that no students can move out of the school gate and your temperature will be checked twice daily. The question was, are they kidding? Checking our temperatures? Are we safe? Calls, messages, they kept trooping in when it was announced in the international media about people dying in China due to COVID and how everyone was locked indoors. I cried. I had sleepless nights because the number of cases kept increasing. The death tolls kept increasing. What more was left? You check the news and see doctors in pain, people suffering. And the only thought that comes in mind was, Jesus, save us. Hours turned into days and days changed into months, still locked up with no hope of stepping out. Anxiety started setting in. Depression enveloped me with its wings, and I gladly embraced it because I was depressed. No one to talk to in person, just eating, sleeping, checking of temperature, watching movies. That was the routine, and it sucks badly. When will things become normal? When will things change? That was the question, but we did not get answers. Rather, new emergency hospitals were built, COVID tests being conducted now and then. It was really frustrating and depressing. But our hope was just in the Lord. The trauma of waking up to a knock on your door every morning and evening just for temperature check, having to eat a particular type of meal because you can't go shopping, having to sleep when you don't feel like it. Just like a caged bird without a say. The moods, mixed emotions, the fear when you open the COVID tracking app and see indications that people close to you have COVID. Seeing mass health workers in their working gear brings cold feet. The worst part is hearing the sound of the siren, either taking a dead body or picking someone who has COVID to a health center. COVID, filled with a lot of tales. Tales of the known and unknown. Tales filled with anxiety, depression, and a strong urge to hold on to our faith. Caged with strict rules, with the fear of the unknown.
Fine. So that we won't say that this one. Everyone, we'll take your son and let's get some coma. Yeah, I'm taking my stone first. I like this one. Don't bring a big stone, though. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, go. San chroma. Ninewa, achichin kokamba. San chroma. Ninewa, achichin kokamba. Asiya beye juma ninewa. Attention, Kokoma. Attention. Yes, you're very Juma. Oh, Sansan Groma. Attention, Kokoma. Let's play this one. Let's play Antochi.
Okay.
Do you know Antochi?
No.
Oh, Antochi, if I take the stone, Antochi, remember?
Oh, yes.
Uh-huh. Yes. Clap. Clap for me. 5, 6, 7, go. Antochi.
Hey.
Oh, vivo. You see the got you. Okay.
What's next? Let's play another game.
What's that again?
Okay, wait. All of you in the circle. Achoblanwe na bukere mono pobiomi.
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 Fellow Ghanaians, I've come into your homes again this evening to provide an update, as I promised, on the measures taken by government to combat the coronavirus pandemic. After deliberations, I've decided, in the interest of public safety and the protection of our population, to review the public gathering advisories early announced as follows. Firstly, all public gatherings, including conferences, workshops, funerals, festivals, political rallies, sporting events, and religious events such as services in churches and mosques, have been suspended for the next 4 weeks. Secondly, all universities, senior high schools, and basic schools, i.e. public and private schools, will be closed Monday, 16th of March 2020, till further notice. Establishments such as supermarkets, shopping malls, restaurants, nightclubs, hotels and drinking spots should observe enhanced hygiene procedures by providing, amongst others, hand sanitizers, running water and soap for washing of hands. Fellow Ghanaians, these are not ordinary times. So let us all put our shoulders to the wheel, and I'm confident that together, by the grace of God, we shall overcome this challenge. May God bless us all and our homeland Ghana, and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
In the right way. So pre-wedding photo shoots were in the trend, and people were following the trend with either their ages on balloons or as figures on walls. So I was never interested in any of that until rumors of the lockdown became rife. Then I thought to myself, why not create an adventurous memory before death consumes me? So I quickly placed the call to one of my best friends called IS. I said, IS, could you please arrange for 2 makeup artists and 2 photographers for me? He said, oh sure, why not? So lockdown was announced on, it was announced on Friday and was supposed to commence on Sunday at dawn. So on Tuesday, I quickly called my 2 makeup artists to come make me up. And my makeup artists were right on time. And they did a perfect job, making sure that my face was touched to match my outfit at every location. Oh my God. And my costumes were not just one. I changed the costume at every location. I didn't come to play, oh, shit. And oh, my 2 photographers, each respecting their space. Respecting and being professional. Taking pictures from different angles. March, I started flaunting my birthday pictures. And I see people were wondering, oh, we're in a lockdown period. How did she get the time to take these pictures to post? They didn't know I arranged for these before lockdown.
uncle and I just this Tuesday. So, my uncle sent me to go and buy him wachi. So I went and bought him the wachi. Now I came back and my uncle was like, Owusu, watching the nanyana. I was like, Uncle, yes. He was like, I'm taking some of the money. Oh, no. Oh, I thought.
Hey, don't talk lady. Okay.
It's true. It's true. So he was like, he doesn't believe me. He wants to go to the woman. Yanko Auntie Mary no one Yanko Busan. I was like, Uncle, if you don't believe me, let us go. So we were going and going. And we went. Now when we were going, 2 cars parked in front of us. Full of soldier men. One popped up his head. Where are you going to? I explained to him the water incident, the money, and from behind, my uncle said, power! They slapped my uncle. Oh, what 10 now so? Now everybody, two. Now the egg that was on his watching. Oh, what a read. They ate the egg and gave him the watching to send back home. When we were going, my uncle was like this. He was like this.
Why a mobile?
He was like this. He couldn't even look at me. Now we got home and my grandmother asked, Kweku, when you and familiar. Then my uncle started, oh, 3 hours later, I went to this man's room. The Whatley was still there. My uncle was crying.
Oh.
I asked, Uncle, what means that? He was like, Owusu, they've slapped me. I can't even swallow my own saliva. Come on. Oh, I ate the Whatley.
Fellow Ghanaians, it is said that with greater freedom comes greater responsibility. I know, however, that we cannot live with these restrictions forever, and that is, it is imperative we find a safe way to return our lives to normality. So, fellow Ghanaians, with effect from Friday, 5th June, we will begin stage 1 of the process of easing restrictions. Religious institutions that are desirous of opening their premises to their members, such as churches, mosques, and others, must disinfect, fumigate, and put in place the requisite logistics needed to guarantee safe opening and operationing. Taken after engagement with the teacher unions, whose cooperation I salute, to reopen schools and universities to allow for final year, junior high, senior high, and university students to resume classes ahead of the conduct of their respective exit examinations. Each student, teacher, and non-teaching staff will be provided with reusable face masks by the Ministry of Education. Should any institution fail to adhere to these directives, its activities will be immediately prohibited and relevant sanctions applied. Our border by air, land, and sea remains closed until further notice for human trafficking. We have to come out of this crisis better, stronger, and more united than before.
I dislike what we are about to do. But because sharing is caring, permit us to share it with you. It's so funny. A COVID-19 lockdown diary. I can't laugh alone. The entry is so long. So I'll share with you only a few highlights. Are you ready? Spoiler alert. Some of the entries are somewhat personal to us. Okay. Pay keen attention. Enjoy. I have always wanted to be alone. It sort of does make me happy or fulfilled. I do not suffer from anthropophobia, which is the fear of people. And neither is it inoxlophobia, an irrational fear of crowds. I'm just different. Reasonably different. Could it be a result of how I grew up? I realize I'm not like many folks, even in looks. I'm not weird. Call me a limited edition from the manufacturing plant. My most cherished gift came from my former supervisor who bought me a book from a duty-free shop when she traveled to China. The book is titled The Beauty of Ugliness by Stephen Bailey. Folks, the ugly truth about COVID-19 and its concomitant lockdown is that the situation was beautiful, and only a limited number of us saw that beauty. The fact is, every creation in nature is beautiful. And because beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, not all have been fitted with the requisite natural senses to appreciate limited edition beatitudes. But trust me, I saw and benefited from its beauty, being alone. I hope you misunderstand. Please, misunderstand me from now on, whilst my colleagues share their experience. I didn't feel lonely during the lockdown period. As a single parent of two, living alone in a 2-bedroom apartment, no dull moment. No, it's not a TV set she made me buy. The fact is, I religiously learned to love my own company before the lockdown. You ask who she is? My daughter was able to persuade me to buy a Samsung Smart TV set and a decoder. She was precise. Daddy, please buy the one in your office. And it was a 55-inch television set. Samsung. That was a few days before the lockdown. It was the first time I bought a television set since I moved to the city 7 years back. I bought this television set because I thought that was what would make her stay with me for a week, at least. That teenage bully got me into debt and left. I broke my bank account just like that. But she still left for her mom's place. I was left with the only choice available: resume loving my own company. It took me some time to work the TV set into my psyche. I commenced by watching Discovery and documentary channels. The National Geographic channels were my favorites. And one day, I chanced upon a football match between Chelsea and Tottenham. And I fell in love with Harry Kane and Tottenham and Mourinho.
Boredom.
Hurt. Loneliness. Stress.
Boredom.
Repetitiveness. Confusion. Anxiety.
Boredom.
Boredom? How? Yo, COVID is so disappointing. I'm so confused. I'm frustrated.
Boredom.
Boredom? This mask is so freaking hard. I feel so lonely. I'm stressed.
Boredom.
You're bored? These cycles of COVID just keep on repeating and you're bored? Oh God, I'm depressed. I'm anxious.
Freedom.
Freedom? How?
Hey guys, lest I forget, long before the lockdown, when I was working upon Premier's bedroom, I refrained myself from sharing my pain with neighbors and friends because I learned the greatest lesson that aligns with my temperament.
Sorry.
You don't mean you want me to share with you what lesson?
How many of you are quiet or quiet okay? And you want to know my secret? Why? What will you give me in exchange?
To my fellow Ghanaians who have not received the jab, I urge you to take it. It has been a year since my wife and I got vaccinated. It has not disrupted our physical well-being. I've taken the decision to revise the COVID-19 restrictions enacted under EI 64. So, from tomorrow, Monday, 28th March, the wearing of face masks is no longer mandatory. I encourage all of you, though, to continue to maintain enhanced hand hygiene practices and avoid overcrowded gatherings. All in-person activities, such as those that take place in churches, mosques, conferences, workshops, private parties and events, cinemas and theaters, may resume at full capacity as long as the audience and all participants are fully vaccinated. Fellow Ghanaians, it has been a difficult 2 years for all of us, and we're seeing light at the end of a very long tunnel. I appeal to all of you to live responsibly, protect yourselves at all times, and do everything we can to stay safe.
Freedom!
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 Freedom! Amidst the fervent preparations for the task, 4 years of knowledge cultivated with care, at the hub of the nation's promising marrow, a blazing signal atop the mountain flared, a warning of an impending war. Armed and ready, we face the battle's course. Armed with the best of arsenals we bore, but the foe, elusive, unseen, and strong. Our heart trembled, courage warned, how to confront the unseen throng. In frenzied panic, our minds in strife, the oracle of God's proclaimed a curious call. Seek shelter within your hearts to save your life. absurd it sounded, we obeyed the call. A hush fell over once lively streets, emptied markets, joyless beats. My project suspended, hope adrift, unspent money, yeah. Unspent money brought relief. My heart sang allies, freed from strain, freed from strain. Yet, my mind lamented, opportunity slain. COVID!
I'm trapped within these four walls, unable to find a route to escape. I'm crying out to something above me to please just take this misery, this pain, this heartache. Unable to do it on my own. I just can't. I'm all alone. But how did I even get here? Everything was just so clear last year, but that week, March 8th, 2020, the school announced we would have a 2-week break, and imagine, we were so excited. No school, no classwork, no homework, no teachers. We were elated. But just how hard reality smacked us in our faces. But there was this glimpse of hope. The promise to move 17 hours away, beginning a new life. I just knew this next 5 months would be great. But instead, years of repressed feelings just started rising within this new environment. I started covering the pain with gin and weed. I'm smoking so much just to put my feelings at ease. I'm addicted to feeling free in something that's inhibiting the true life that was formed within me. I'm hurt. I'm broken. These feelings of disappointment, this mask is so hot, these cycles of COVID just won't stop. I can't. Then the police thought I committed that murder, but he even called me a slut for just leaving my phone behind. I was running for these gunshots, just fearing for my own life. And then I fell into this lust, just seeking attention for my father's love. And then I crashed my car while high on drugs. And then I had constant paranoia, just fearing that I was never enough. But in actuality, it wasn't COVID that caused my demise, but rather the isolation and the cycles of stuckness just make me confront my worst enemy, myself. But I'm so happy that COVID happened. Without COVID, I wouldn't be here today, the Madison that I am. I'm so happy. So now I'm here just sharing my COVID experience, and how could I ever forget?
Was it actually COVID-19? Was it actually real? To be honest, to me, it felt so real. No, I mean, it felt so real. I felt it. I mean, when 2 weeks became 4 weeks, and 4 weeks became a month, and a month became 2 months, 3 months, and then we couldn't stop counting. Locked down. COVID did so many things. But the one that I'm mostly fascinated about is the fact that COVID slayed the slave queens. I mean, a whole period of no sex. COVID slayed the slayed queens. They were meant to stay at home. COVID was not just real. It was so real. It was so real. It started as just a virus, and later became a pandemic. COVID was not just real. COVID was surreal. COVID was so real. How many people can you count? The lives, the number of lives that COVID took away. I mean, COVID didn't only take 19 people. COVID took more than 19 people. It wasn't COVID-19 because it took just 19 people. But it was COVID-19 because it started in 2019. 2020, it became a pandemic. We felt it. Didn't you? Didn't you? How many of you felt the lockdown? How many? By hands. How many of you lost a beloved? So when I say COVID wasn't just real, you share with me that same pain. When I heard that news, Michael is gone. It was just after level 100, my first year. Someone we used to sit with and eat kenke with, someone we used to sit with and have that vibe. He's always a vibe when you're around him. And then COVID-19, everyone is supposed to stay at home. You see him on FaceTime, you see him on WhatsApp video call, you see him on Snapchat video call, and then the next thing you hear is Michael is gone. COVID wasn't just real. COVID was so real.
It wasn't just a virus.
It didn't just come for humans.
It was deadly.
It didn't just attack the mind, body, and soul.
But a continent in whole.
So pause. And listen to our lockdown thoughts.
It wasn't just a virus.
It didn't just come for
It
humans.
was deadly.
It didn't just attack the mind, body, and soul.
But a continent in whole.
So pause.
We were compelled to stay at home.
Shown from the light.
Opportunities deprived. But here we are again, sharing our lockdown experiences. But here we are again sharing our lockdown experiences. Freedom!
Freedom!
Hello, and that was the lockdown. A huge round of applause by Calabash Farm, directed by Solomon Dartey. It's so beautiful when you can have dance speak about real life experiences. We're going to have a short Q&A with the team as we set up for the next production. And so I'd like to invite them on stage. They are going to take over from the stage and have a Q&A with you. But please, once again, the director is stepping up on stage. Solomon Dartey, veteran in the game. Thank you very much. Do they have a mic, please?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a work in progress. We are still working to build it up. We felt that the pandemic came with its own issues, but there were some blessings and other things with it. So we are using this opportunity. If you have some questions, you have some contributions, we'll be very grateful to have them.
Any questions? Those of us who are not into dance, if you see some symbolic things, you may want to ask, what does this mean? I know we have some students here too as well. This is a good time to ask some questions, learn a few things. Okay, there's a hand up.
Hi, good evening. I just want to say, like, I really, really like the performance, and especially the part where you asked about, you know, our experiences during COVID, and if we lost somebody, it reminded me of somebody that I watched get put in the ground. So, and yeah, also I want to ask about I saw you do a motion with the hand. You made me think of the hand washing, but is that what you were making reference to, or is something else? Okay. Thank you. Then that's my question. Thank you.
Who had a question? Please pass it.
Hello. What you did was just amazing. And I wanted to ask you why you chose to talk about COVID. Why did you not talk about anything? Why COVID? But it was amazing.
Thank you. As a devised group, we've taken it upon ourselves to be touching on issues that most of our colleague creatives will not be touching on. This is not something that really appeals, but we are trying to make it more appealing. And most sensitive issues, we feel that as a devised group, we should be one of the groups that we use our model to project. Most works have been done, but in Ghana, we've not really seen some performances on COVID. I have seen about 2 from the UK by a devised group. So I told my group that, no, can we also come up with an original work using our folklore as a benchmark to work it out. So, and in our previous work, what we were talking about was more about sanitation, pollution, and all. So we felt that COVID also came with its own thing, and it would be good also to project it. And we used the verbatim theater approach. Most of the accounts we are given are not only our accounts, but people shared their accounts, so we added those ones also to it.
Hello, thank you all so much for this production. It was really, really powerful. I wanted to ask, how long have you guys been working as a group, this group here on the production?
Okay, for this particular group, it's 3 weeks. The mother group, most of our team members, some are on a trip on other projects, but we wanted to be at this festival. So I called on them. We shared, he is already with us, so we called on them, shared some of the testimonials, shared our approach with them, and then we got them involved. She is a third year student at Legon. So we used this 2 weeks, 3 weeks to build this up. And I think they deserve some.
Today I'm going to slim down. Where's the hand?
Thank you very much. My name is Ajua. I just want to say kudos to the group. I mean, it was just amazing. Some of us, like me, had almost forgotten that COVID happened. Things have gone so back to normal that we thought, that nightmare that we had, but you brought it all back. All the emotions were just felt by me. And I did lose someone very dear. And, so it was quite heavy, but it was also a bit liberating. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Continue with it. Thank you.
Hey.
Hello. I first want to say congratulations to both the director and the amazing performers that I see before me. I'm so proud of all the hard work that you guys put in to make an amazing production. I also noticed that all of you guys are young people, and I like that you highlighted the different emotions that young people were feeling during the time of COVID, because some people didn't have negative experiences, some had more relieving and positive ones, and I thought that was a really good thing to bring forth with the personal expressions and stories that you guys shared. But my question is, what was the significance of the white and the black fully covered face masks in the piece as opposed to just the facial coverings that they had in the beginning?
Yeah, so as one of our creative inspiration, as a Calabash Farm, the mask is one of the tools we use. And for this purpose, we use the mask to represent the coronavirus. So when you see them come with the cloth, with the masks on, is the virus, how it permeates into our system, and the way it took control over most of our things. So that's how we were using it. Madison. Her account is so personal. And would you like to tell them how you felt?
So everything I said happened to me during COVID, and it was just a really hard experience. Just having to go through a situation with the police, and then just getting into so much lust and just so many things, and just being able to come out of that and like just one night having a super duper spiritual experience, and just that taking me out of everything, and now being here and I would say living in my purpose per se. So yes.
And the flute instrumentals that we were hearing was all composed by her. I think the next performance is ready. Dr. Senyo was a colleague on this project, and the next performance, so when he comes also, maybe he would also share his experience. But thank you very much. Your feedback has been taken, and we'll work it up. Thank you.
A huge round of applause, please. That was wonderful. And thank you all so much for your feedback. It's always great for performers to get feedback.